Welcome to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. This is the world of Atlaran. Beyond the Forgotten Realms and perhaps not far from Exandria, Atlaran and her two-moon sky have seen leviathans, dissolutions, divine gates, and calamities. And that's only the last 5,000 years. These have all played parts in the world's fate, but it's the people that truly shape the future. And, every so often, little windows of time, short glimpses into exceptional people's lives, are plucked from the midst of the chaotic centuries, and we call them stories. They're not always epics of heroism and bravery, quite the contrary. Every hero was once a bumbling fool, or a selfish mercenary looking to make a platinum, or, in most cases, both. But on a far smaller scale, perhaps it is time we look at the 300 years since our last story. Much of the world of Atlaran has entered an industrial age of machines, magics, gunpowder, and most volatile of all, the printing press. Factions and nations fight for political supremacy as much with blade and bow as paper and ink. But the machinations of nobles don't mean much to our crew. In this particular window in time, it is the year 501, and despite the advancements of the world, the Antarctic continent of Frosthold is still a little behind. A trio of wanderers have unknowingly taken up a mercenary contract together, intertwining their separate threads. Each seek a form of salvation in their own way. One must undo a mistake, one must find their strength, and one must find their true place. Scrappy misfits all. This is their story, pitted against a world of danger and rushing further into the unknown every waking moment.
I need no weapon, for I am the weapon. I need no armor, for my family is my armor. When I fall, I rise to guard eternal. This was the Nothar creed that Foostrak Broadhorn was raised by. A Minotaur barbarian with a love of battle and honor, the son of Chief Taiylor is fiercely protective of those he cares about. Foostrak is traveling the world to learn new fighting styles and techniques, and hoping to bring them back home to Garrett Eldathos. While not exactly smart, Foostrak makes up for it in brute strength and tenacity on the battlefield. The maul on his back comes in handy, but Foostrak prefers unarmed combat to even the playing field. Despite his gruff exterior, Foostrak can be quite patient, kind, and gentle, but guards the secrets of his past tightly, though it may soon catch up with him.
If you're ever in search of polite company and good conversation, perhaps Magda Wrenly won't be your first choice. If you have a problem that needs taking care of by whatever means necessary, however, you won't find a better mercenary for the job. Hailing from the Bjorning woods of Amnoblin, Magda has traveled the world under the employment of the Atlaran Mercenary Company. She's a human blood hunter who acquires her abilities from special concoctions taught to her by the Guild of the Gate. While she has served the AMC for many years, anyone who comes across her may get the distinct impression she has no interest in niceties and kissing ass to rise through the ranks. Even so, Magda knows that in order to achieve her goals, she needs the AMC and the Guild. If she'll ever be able to stop looking over her shoulder and finally start looking forward, she needs to play the game. But she'll be damned if she lets herself trust anyone again.
Oh, hey there, guy. My name is Noah Nicholas Nesbitt Borago, which, is probably too many names, but Ma and Dad couldn't pick one they liked best, and even after all that effort to choose one they liked, they ended up calling me Nick, wouldn't you know? Even my babysitters growing up, old Alma and Candy, called me all sorts of things because cripes, they had a lot to choose from, didn't they? Half the time I don't even know who anyone is talking to, but I answer anyway because I just like to be helpful. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, you can just call me Noah. I grew up in a sweet little suburb of Port Midcord called Reese's Ridge, and I tell you what, I wouldn't have it any other way. My parents have a successful little potion shop that I helped out with as a kid. My dad was doing crazy experiments with the potions while Ma was tinkering away on whatever she could find. I remember some of the other kids while I was growing up, they would come to our neighborhood barbecues and bring their toys over to show off. Why, this one time I accidentally melted poor Patty's new doll, and boy did I feel silly. After that, you can sure bet I got a good lesson in potion safety. Well, once I got older, I traveled around with the Phelan caravan since, they were good friends of the folks, and I learned a lot more on my travels. Now, after traveling so much, I've helped the folks expand the business and, created a few more things that we can stock in our stores. I came to Frosthold in search of some rare ingredients and to make some new, potion things with. And I'll be darned all the heck if I'm not gonna come up with something cool to show Mom and Dad next time I come home.
Vagrant, entertainer, gun for hire. Christmas Fortunemær has been known as many things and gone by various names. Whatever suits him best at the time. To get to the next day, to the next job, to the next handful of coin. Christmas does not go out of his way to show cruelty nor kindness, and grants neither favor nor misfortune. He acts solely for his own interests, and only helps or harms others to further those interests. Though born far in the north under more privileged circumstances, an encounter with the chaotic magic of the Feywild set Christmas' path in a drastically different direction, a direction that changed him, both inward and outwardly. But with change comes freedom, and with freedom comes danger. Survival from one day to the next is both exhilarating and grueling, but Christmas has mastered surviving. Whether by the stage or a passing stranger's pocket, making it to the next day is his specialty.